So this video is going to be very different than my usual videos. In fact, you're only going to see a seahorse if I happen to throw one in. But I just watched a video on a friend's channel called Heidi's Fish Tank, and she was talking about the fish police. And it hit me so hard that I had to start my response video before I even got home. However, I do need to pay attention to my driving, so I'll be right back. Her point was very good. Yelling and screaming at people and telling them that they're wrong or their way is not going to work isn't going to be helpful. They're not going to listen, and it's not going to help anyone. So I completely get that we need to do things a little differently. It's really hard for me when I see someone post something that I know won't be good for a newcomer. And it's been really difficult trying to determine whether I should put my 2 cents in and say, whoa, really cool, but if you're new, not for you, or just be quiet. Anyone who knows me knows being quiet probably isn't an option. Another issue is that local fish stores are notorious for giving bad advice. I'm at a store that doesn't even carry saltwater fish, let alone seahorses. Yet I was just advised that this 5-gallon tank would be perfect to start my seahorse family. This is not a good first tank for seahorses. Please, 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 please do not put seahorses in a 5-gallon tank. Please. I am absolutely begging. Please do not put seahorses in 5-gallon tanks. Please. So my question, I guess, is what are you supposed to do when you hear terrible advice being given? Do you just let it happen, or do you try to make a difference? It's really hard to know what the right answer is. There's a lot of bad advice out there, especially about seahorses, but I absolutely agree that telling someone that they're doing a bad job or putting down someone's method is never going to help. There are many ways to be successful with seahorses, and I apologize if I've ever offended or come across as negative about different ways of doing things.
So, I apologize.
My only goal is to help someone new to keeping seahorses find the best information and the easiest way to start off. I was talking to a store owner earlier who was a little bit upset with me because of some things that I'd said online. Go figure. And after we talked, we figured out that we were actually on the exact same page. But because I was looking out for new people and she was just trying to show what she was doing, we bumped heads. And she made a great suggestion that, and I'm going to work very hard from now on to preface my posts or comments with, if you're new. Because when I get on a post that they've put their seahorses in a 5-gallon tank and they've been just extremely successful for a week, oh look at my beautiful seahorses in this 5-gallon tank that I've had for a week and they're doing so well. Am I supposed to say, you're an idiot? I'm gonna probably say something. It's not because I think I'm better. It's not because I think you're wrong. It's because there is someone new reading that post too, and they're gonna go try to do what you're doing and fail. So my comments are strictly for newcomers, and I'm going to do my best to start saying that. So, as an admitted seahorse police, I don't know how to not say something. While there are many ways to be successful, the one thing that I do continually preach is just follow the basic guidelines. And obviously, someone with a lot of experience, a professional or a breeder, doesn't need my 2 cents. I really am just trying to look out for the new guy who's also seeing your post and thinking that they can do what you can do and they just can't. So I will do my part and try very hard not to be a seahorse police anymore. And I just ask that people who are posting the cool, unique things that are working for them, make sure that you explain if someone new asks that you wouldn't advise a newcomer to do this because you have to follow the guidelines when you're new and learn how to take care of seahorses before you can experiment and do different things successfully. There are lots of times that I see some post or some video or some whatever and think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna try that. But I've got 3 years under my belt and I still don't consider myself a professional, and I still ask for help constantly. I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten on Facebook or a forum and seen a new person ask for for help, for guidance. And they get so many different answers, and people aren't considering that they're new. They don't even know the first thing. So I've had a really hard time figuring out the line, where the line is drawn between saying, wow, that is awesome, what you're doing is so cool, but yet saying, if you're new, please ignore this post or this comment on a forum. Because my goal is just to make sure that everyone is successful and that seahorses live. That's it. So, as with everything else, I went and bothered my mentor with this problem. And I told her that I'm having a really difficult time seeing where the line's drawn. Whether I should be constantly telling people, no, 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 you have to do things this way. Or whether I can like these unique ways of doing things and yet still try to provide good information for newcomers. And her response was that she felt sorry for no one that didn't do the research. Well, anyone watching this, take 10 seconds, go to Google, and look up seahorse care. I'm telling you now, you're going to find so many different ideas and ways and opinions that it's ridiculous. My other mentor and I were speaking the other day about the fact that most scientific documents now are just peer-reviewed and they're taken as fact. There's still information out there that says that seahorses are monogamous. I mean, it's not what it was 10 years ago. It's not the same to look up seahorse care and research and do things the right way because there's so much bad info out there. I'm just having a hard time with where the line is drawn. Okay, so this is a total side note. It has absolutely nothing to do with the video. But since I had you, I thought I better show you my awesome glass. Have you ever seen a cooler glass? It's got my name on it, my ponies on it, my gorgonians on it. I mean, I love this glass. I also thought that I better throw some seahorses in this video somewhere. So check it out. I am so excited. My new Barboria are breeding already. Sorry about the poor video quality. It was taken from very far away, as I completely admit I was standing behind the door peeking at them. I was just so excited. The other thing that was brought to my attention is that if there's too much seahorse policing, people become afraid to post. And that's definitely not what I want. If we went back 10, 20 years and no one ever tried anything or experimented or posted their results, we wouldn't have seahorses in tanks today. Oh, that'd be just terrible. So the only way we learn is by trying new things and learning from each other. So I definitely never ever want to be a discouraging seahorse police. I will continue to provide as much good information for the new seahorse keeper as I can, and I cannot promise that I won't correct something that I just know is wrong. But Heidi, I appreciate you posing the question, because I am really going to work on how I word my responses so that people understand that I'm catering to newcomers and I don't discourage anyone from anything. The other thing we can all do is make sure that everybody subscribes to this channel, and then they will get the good information. Oh yeah, and check it out. New Seahorse fry tubs. I'm so excited. Big time, big time. Tell the truth. He was guilty of being a fish place.